is this thing so hard to damn open? Pause. Oh, my bad. I ain't know. Lord, I ain't even got nothing together. What's good, y'all? Hey, y'all. Hey, to everybody that's coming up in here. This shirt big as a jack on me. I never thought I'd say that, but it is. I'm forward. Anyway, um, I'm trying to open up this seltzer water for dear life, honey. But what's good, everybody? What's good? Shout out to everybody. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, Monk Chip. What's good, baby? What's good, Lady B? Lord, get down. What's good? Who else? Gail. Get off. Catherine and all of y'all. What's good, y'all? Hey, Marcella. What's good, boo? Alicia, Miss Bella. What's up, all of y'all? La Queen. What's good, Candy? What's up? Um, y'all make sure to get the likes up as much as possible. See, I got hooked on these Halls New York seltzer water things, but the one thing I don't fool with is how it take you 5 minutes just to open this shit so you don't get it all over. Okay, I ain't got time. What's good, y'all? See, the people was telling me to try this because it's 0 calories and all of the rest of that crap. And the people said that it's a better alternative to ginger ale. And I say, look, I'm willing to try it. But see, for all of this, I just continue to drink some Seagrams because I ain't got to go through all of this just to open it up. Uh, y'all know I get started at the 10-minute mark and we 5 minutes or 4 seconds in. So hold on to your knickers. And if you can't, just carry your ass and don't come back. Because I'm not starting until the 10-minute mark. All right, there we go, I think. Okay, yeah, there we go. I think. Yeah, we good. Yeah, we good. Okay. Uh-huh. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm into the halls. Shout out to the halls in New York, honey. I'm into them, but 5 minutes just to open up a bottle is too much. Child. I'm gonna wait for more folk to come up in here. Y'all know how this is gonna be. First come, first serve. I might ask a few of y'all to drop down to give somebody else a chance, excuse me, to come up that's never been up. Because I told y'all it's not gonna be the same people over and over and over again. The hell it is. It ain't. So don't be shocked or surprised if I tell you to get your ass on so I can allow somebody else to come up here and cuss out these folks. Um, and that's that. Because I want to hear from everybody, from millimeters on down to them to them fake bitches. I want to hear them. Everybody. You haven't what? Well, you didn't miss nothing, friend. All right, and that's just the God's honest truth. You didn't miss nothing. Too feisty. I promise you, you didn't miss nothing. You did like it. It literally was a filler episode, in my opinion. Just gonna be honest, because it was once again all about male tail, male sending tail to jail, and all of the rest of this crap. That's really what it was about. Male tail, male sending tail to jail, and them fake ass millimeters, them hoe dogs around there. 'Cause one of them came in my comments this morning. Uh-huh. Um, I see she deleted her comment too, because it won't me. Now, Miss Girl came under the comments trying to save her and was trying to let her know, girl, he gonna cuss your ass slam at. But she tried to slick agree with what it was that she was saying. And I don't agree with you doing that either, daughter. We'll talk about it when we get there. Um, I will be free, free one day. Because it is Sunday. I will be free, free one day. Okay, shout out to Pastor Hezekiah Walker. All right, in the Love Fellowship Tabernacle. Whichever one they want to be called. What was they called? The LFC Church Choir, LFT Church Choir. You think I know? Because I live for Pastor Hezekiah with her gay ass. I live for her little choir or whatever. Shout out to them. Not saying. I really got hooked on these seltzer waters, y'all. That's a mess. I don't plan on making no video about nothing, especially about Diddy, because the last video I made about Diddy, they limited my ass. So fuck Diddy and this apology. There's your video. Do with it what you will. All right, we 10 minutes in. So, like I said, it was almost an altercation this morning, but it won't because it's like I said, I'm not about to waste my time going back and forth with nobody about, excuse me, what I done said, excuse me, about what I done said about this, about these people, or about the situation on this show. Because what I said is what the hell I said. So if anybody get upset about it, you just gonna have to be upset about it. But I'm not forcing nobody to be around here to watch. I'm not. But what I don't like and what I don't appreciate is a bitch lying on me. Um, hold on, hold on. I don't appreciate lying assholes and hoes getting up here trying to act as if I'm trying to start some type of conundrum or I'm trying to start some shit. So this is the comment that I was talking to y'all about this morning. So Miss Girl in this badass wig came up here talking about any millimeters in the house. Do not listen to this CC EKE content creator. Do not go under any CC's pages to say anything this CC has directed you to say. Now, did I tell any of y'all to go and hit up any damn content creators last night? Did I say that? Nah, I didn't. I answered it for y'all. So we go continue. Can you see the setup here? What setup? Stevie and Ray can see campaign. What campaign? Don't fall for the divide and conquer plot. What divide and conquer plot? Stay hydrated and mind your millimeter business. What the fuck you should have did before you came under my comments with this bullshit? This, if this CC wants to say something to those CCs, let him go ahead and say it. Bitch, I did. I did. If I had anything to say to any content creator, bitch, I said it. Been there and done that. But that was last season, not this season. I said I won't go through all that this season, so I'm not. Is this an example of a CC sending fans out to performative, which is what she wrote on other CC's platforms? Another setup. Now, all out the way comments will be blamed on millimeters. In my humble opinion, well, in my humble opinion, that miserable ass bleach blonde ass. Like I said, I'm not even finna do all of that because I ain't got to. The people that got their raggedy whore together in the comments already, to the point where Miss Girl went on ahead and deleted her comments, because I told y'all I won't finna do all of that. She deleted the comment, not me. But see, you, sweetheart, see, you are exactly what I was talking about. And a hit dog is going to see, a hit hound going to always howl, bark, and bay at the damn moon. Because none of the other real millimeters, got hit by everything of what I said. If anything, majority of them was in the comments last night agreeing with every damn thing that I said. And I stand by what I said. Yes, y'all should listen to me. All real millimeters and all real millimeter channels. See, it's them bitches. Those are them whole dogs and them whole hounds that I was running around here telling y'all about. See, they came up in here trying to create some BS, but it won't gonna happen on my channel because I said nothing of the sort. Millimeters, again, to anybody that is misconstrued about what I mean by a whole dog or a whole hound, prime example. See, them bitches are who I say y'all need to go out there and wrap y'all hands around real good, slam them hoes on the curb, and say, be gone with you, mutt. Be gone with you. You's a mutt. You not one of us. You not a millimeter. You's a mutt. Who's out here trying to gain clout and gain some clout and subscribers off of the strength of Mellow Mellow. All right. Those are what I mean. To all of my millimeter folk, when I say whole dogs and them whole hounds, that is who I'm talking about. And it is up to y'all to go on ahead and mace them hoes the hell up out of y'all organization, because it's bitches like that that's bringing down millimeters everywhere. That is the prime example of who I mean. Her ass. Looking for clout and you getting it all in the wrong ways. Starting mess and you ain't finna start that shit here, bitch. K your ass on. All right. So to all of my real millimeters, that is a prime example of a whole dog and a whole hound and that escaped the kennel. And y'all don't, them the bitches that y'all need to get rid of. All of my real millimeters. You should need to heed my warning. This ain't no divide and conquer. This is me trying to help y'all. Y'all say I hate y'all so much, but I'm the one trying to help y'all. All right now. Anyway, here go the link. I just wanted to get that out the way. Here go the link. If you was already up here, let somebody else click the link. All right. If you was already up here one time before, let somebody else come up here and click the link and say what the hell they got to say for their TED. All right. Because I don't want it to be the same folk time after time after time after time after time after time after time. It ain't fair. All right. I don't want that. So if you was already up here once, twice, whichever, allow somebody else to click the link and come on up here so they can say what the hell they got to say for their TED, and we only gonna be up here for an hour because I don't plan on doing nothing else today. I don't plan on doing nothing else, talk about nothing else, watching nothing else till Summer House, and I gotta watch that tonight because I'm hosting the Summer House panel tomorrow. Well, they go to link. Don't all of y'all hit it at once. Because if don't nobody hit it, getting the hell off of here. Then y'all gonna be bad. Well, oh, and y'all can talk about the interview if y'all want to. If you want to. I mean, you ain't got to. Because I feel like it's enough people talking about the interview already, child. No shade. Who in here? Oh, it's Marcel. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Marcella,
Boy,
why you
you
click
know
your
I
button?
clicked this link. You was just letting her talk, and then she walked into Marcella's name. Fuck me. You was over there, got your lips all perked up together when she said fuck me.
Listen,
I know you
to
hear
be
me.
honest with you, she did tell me that beforehand that it was something that she needed to address you about, but I
Oh,
ain't think it was gonna get like that.
oh, she should have. She
I
should have
didn't think
addressed
it was
me.
gonna get like that.
She mad because I know her real life. And if she come back with anything, I'ma spill it. Like I spilled a cup of water on a table of good linen. I'ma spill it.
Well, let me ask you this: since you up here, why do you think? And it's no shade, Kiki, if you watching, but why do you think
It's
Kiki was
shade.
going out of her way to tell content creators about things that was going on? In your
I'm
opinion,
gonna tell. I'm gonna tell you now, and everybody can attest to this. She wanted to be famous so bad. She figured that she could tell these content creators things, but her mistake was she didn't tell everybody the same thing. She told people different stuff, so quite naturally, people is gonna say she was a liar because
mm,
she told. And one content creator in particular told her, "Don't do any more interviews. You know, you and your mama need to get it together." But
mm,
you know what? She befriended people fakely to have people like her. And like I said in my rhyme, she tried to get males based. That's where she made her mistake.
mm,
Now they all turned on her, and some of those people could see right through her. But
mm,
but I'm gonna tell you something, Terrence. It's one thing. If me and you was brothers and sisters, and
mm.
somebody I'm shitting on you and you shitting on me, can't nobody come up in my house and shit on my brother.
Right.
And that's exactly what she did with her family. And you know, Miss Wanda is very forgiving and love her, but it's hard for them to accept her because they know that she would throw them under the bus for some, cash.
Mm,
She really needs money. And you know what? She could have came up here and told her story of her addiction. I would have felt, very accepting to her. Anybody, you're telling us your life. But she didn't do that. She came up here running to discredit bloggers who didn't support Mel all the way. And then the ones who did, she was over there chiming and kissing up their butt. And it didn't work. She got caught in the middle.
Jesus Christ. For me, and what's so funny is I went to Who News channel that same night. I don't know if you was in there, but Who Knew basically said the same thing. Who Knew said, T, I was waiting for her to say my name because I would have clicked your button and I would have aired out the fact that you did tell me things. Who Knew did say she told her and her mama told her things that was going on the cash trip too. And I said, wait, what?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I,
And But I'm gonna tell you something. When they went to Aunt Ann to try to tell her something against Melanie, that's
Uh,
where their strife came. And so
oh.
Kiki knew that me and Aunt Ann didn't get along, so she came and told me something serious.
Mm,
That me and Aunt Ann live in the same city.
mm,
So she told Miss Constance told me that Aunt Ann was following my granddaughter to school and
mm,
and my daughter. And so I got the police involved because you going to my daughter's school, come to find out we checked months and months of cameras, never saw Aunt Ann's car, never saw her near my home. You got to be able to get back here where I live at. You just can't come back here. So never. Never. She never drove past the gates, nothing. So
mm,
she was lying.
mm.
And then, she told me my mama didn't talk to her. Yes, your mama did. Your mama was going around here trying to make people like you. When you don't even like your mother. They're probably not even speaking right now. Her and her mother did not get along. She's married to a white man who called both of them ninjas. Okay? There's a lot going on in that family. And she's mad at me because I know the truth about her life from talking to her family. I went down to Alabama.
Mm.
I went down there and I was down there 7 days. I rented a house and I went down there 7 days. And the stories, and she's still knocking on folk door to get money. But she's saying it's for food or gas or whatever. But you don't knock on nobody's door at no 1 o'clock in the morning for no
Yeah,
gas.
yeah.
Okay, I'm from New York. I got addicts in my family. Okay, so I just and one time, Miss Wanda even asked me, okay, just lay off Kiki for me, and I told her I would. But then when she said, "Fuck you, girl," she went so hard on me because she know I know her realty, and it's a shame. I feel sorry for her. I actually feel sorry for her. I really, really do. It's hard. Addiction is hard. Pulling away from it is hard. I really feel sorry for her. But you
Mm,
know what? Like every family, we have some issues in our family. Everybody. But you
mm-hmm.
trying to act like you perfect. You so educated. You so educated that you dumb. You got a lot of book sense, but no common sense.
Lord have mercy. Because listen, the
And
shenanigans
when I
started
see
with
her, I'm going
Kiki.
to Alabama. I'm gonna make sure we go to one of those residents that she might have lived. I'm gonna slap the shit out of her for real.
Oh Lord,
For
I hope
real.
not.
I swear to God.
I
My
really
mama
hope
got
not.
13 kids. I got 12 brothers. I'm not letting no bitch with a pussy like mine with my ass ever.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. This is sad if it's true. It is.
It's wrong. It's wrong. If she would have came to us and shared her life, do you know how much support she could have got?
I agree. I agree. I agree. And the gag is, it's the same with. I told Destiny the same thing. It's the same thing. See, this is why it's always important to be honest and tell your story. Because that was my whole thing with Kiki. I said, Kiki, instead of you coming up here talking about Marceau and could be cheating and all of this stuff, there are women that probably gone through the same thing you did, the same thing you and the mean gone through. Like, you'll be surprised about how many people can relate to you if you just tell your story. Like, it's so many things that people want to know about Kiki. So
Right.
many things.
I mean, she makes an interesting topic because guess what? Going to college, she could have had a lot of stress. Going to school, her situation of coming into Miss Wanda's family because she hasn't always been with them.
Mm,
But then somewhere along the line, where she's looking at, I did more than Tisha, and I should be ahead of Tisha. But if you got to know Tisha and talk to all the cousins, Tisha is the one that will help everybody.
yeah,
They
I
will
heard
help
that.
everyone. I mean, she is a giving person, and she's not a confrontational person. But you know what? When she said she was mad at Melody, she could have went to Melody and told them. She
Hey,
could have
Marcel.
said something.
Hey, Marcella. I knew you was gonna come up here. I told you to bring your ass up here. I told you. I told you. Get up here and tell it all, cause I want to know everything. Everything.
Good
Everything.
morning,
Tell me
everyone.
everything.
Good morning, Feisty and Catherine Messy ass.
Why
Can
I
I
gotta
just
be
say this
messy?
really quick? Miss April Morgan, I'm assuming you're a miss. I don't want you to think that I was intentionally trying to offend you. I was just struggling to understand what you were saying because of the grammatical errors. So I just assumed that maybe
I
English was your
said,
second language. But I really wasn't trying to upset your Sunday. I just we
feisty,
a few
feisty.
of
You
us
should
were
have said that in the
confused.
comments. Don't be coming up here with that.
A few of us was just confused as to what they may have been saying in the chat. And I didn't, I didn't want to upset your Sunday. I just couldn't understand what you were saying because of the misspellings.
Well, Feisty and Catherine, let me ask y'all something while y'all up here. With everything that happened in the interview, how shocked were y'all though when Kiki did start naming off like Marcella and Tea Talk with Your Girl and Kim Paya and Diana Rose and all that? Like, what did y'all even think it would like get to that point with Kiki? I really didn't.
I did, because Kiki messy.
Right. And I'm gonna tell you something, all those bloggers she named, those are the women that could see through her. They could see her game. And like I said, I watched Tea Talk with Your Girl. She could have released her information a long time ago, and she held it. She showed that she was trustworthy. But everybody she named saw through her game and wasn't playing with her.
I have a question.
Okay.
I just I gotta be the person to do it. Marcella, do you ever feel like maybe sometimes you're guilty of doing some of the things that other people do, and that maybe you should like kind of dial it back just a little?
Give me an example.
So, like, I'm listening to you talk, and you were mentioning, like, all of her private and personal family business, and that, you've traveled and you've talked to these people. And I'm saying, like, as a content creator, and this lady's on the show, do you feel like maybe that's just too invasive?
Do I think it's too evasive?
Yes.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. And I know you're not very fond of me, but I'm gonna tell you why.
Well, I
Because
mean, to
if
be
I'm
clear,
wait a minute, let me answer your question.
I'm
Are you
open
gonna let
to
me
this
speak or are
conversation.
you
I'm
gonna
not coming
speak?
at you.
Wait a minute now.
Okay,
Don't be coming up
let
in
me
here doing all
speak.
of that.
Okay, let me speak. When I went down there, I went down there for a celebration. But guess what? Kiki had come for me way before she really got good in the hood on the show. And so I make it a point to, if I'm a blogger, I'm a nosy motherfucker. And so I don't always say everything I want to say about people. I let them come after me first. And I don't think what I did is wrong. But guess what? As bloggers, if any blogger know information, it gets filed in your memory bank and you pull it out when it needs to be used. So I don't think that I was being evasive. That was me filing away information against Kiki, and when I needed to use it, I'm here to use it.
Well, okay. Because, like, I want to be very clear too. I'm not. This is not me coming at you. I'm just having a conversation. So I don't want you to think that I'm asking you this with like any type of preconceived notions. I'm just responding to what I heard you say today. So I'm asking this question though because as content creators, as bloggers, it makes sense to me when people come to you guys. Like, I know a lot of people will email you guys and DM you guys volunteering information about different people. What I'm saying is like, but when it comes down to like traveling and seeking out information and talking to people's relatives looking for information, do you think maybe that's possibly too much?
Well, I went to an event, like I said, down in Alabama. I went to Miss Wanda's birthday party. And like we're going away this year too. When I went there, I was able to meet all the family. So, you know, and it was just not me as a blogger, it was other bloggers there as well. So we got a chance to meet them, to see that this family is really, they're really united. And it was Kiki was invited to be there, but is she has a seated hate for her family. I didn't ask why, but you can tell these people are loving. They're a unit. And so, you don't. I asked the questions I wanted to ask. There was other bloggers there who have interviewed Kiki and recorded it, but never put it out because they could see through the bullshit.
Okay.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. It's a lot. It's a lot. And then, like, when you get content creators involved, and then they know this, and then they know that, and then all of this stuff comes out. Like, even with Anthony, I saw Anthony's video. I saw Anthony's video because I mean, I kind of listened to it, but not really. I didn't really get into it until all of this started happening. And this is what I mean, Kiki, when I be saying you do be looking funny in a lot of situations, Kiki, you do. So it's not that people are just coming at you just to come at you, Kiki. It's not.
Mhm.
A lot of the things that you do, the positions that you, especially the predicament that you put your mom in, like that was the one thing that really set people over the edge.
Yeah, because I wouldn't throw my mama under the bus, not for all the money in the world. Now, my daddy, on the other hand, that nigga might be dunked under the bus and rolled over a few times. But my mama, nah.
This is my thing about this cast. Past, present, current, whatever. You know, when we did this open panel, the first episode, I came up and I made a comment and I said part of the issue is that this cast is too accessible. You can DM them and they will respond. I know for a fact that if you call Wanda on Facebook, she'll talk to you like she know you. So you know, because of that, people feel personal connections to people that they ultimately don't know. You don't know if you can trust them with private information. You don't know how they're going to take this information, what they're going to do with it. A lot of this cast don't even realize they're being recorded when they're talking to these bloggers. And because of that, things escalate. Or you have these fans of the show that feel endeared to this cast because, well, I talk to them privately or personally, and so I know them, and like you really don't know them. And
Mhm.
I really think that, you know, we get on these platforms and we complain. We hear a lot of people complain about how the fan base acts, how the cast acts, how people feel too connected to the cast, and so on and so forth. And part of the problem is the fact that they get in, they tell their business to virtually bloggers and strangers. I personally have had a conversation with Kiki, not as a friend, but just when she first got on the show, and she was doing her rounds on YouTube and on IG and whatnot. And she was warned several times about Anthony. So I don't necessarily feel any sympathy in that regards because everybody's not going to tell you the same lie, one. And then two, they all camped out in our comments. They see what we're saying. They see the chats. They pop up in the chats. They watching the videos, whether they want to acknowledge it or not. They right there like everybody else, watching the videos, seeing what everybody got to say. And you know what these bloggers, these content creators, whatever, are doing. You know the type of channels they have. Kiki made some bad choices. Kiki made some bad choices, and now we're here. And it just seems like she doesn't want to be responsible for her choices, despite the fact that she was cautioned not to make these choices multiple times by several people. I can't feel bad for her because of that.
But let me say this. I don't know if y'all know me. I've been a blogger on other people's pages, like with 100,000 followers. I was on All About the Tea. I was on Nosy Ho Live. Me and Miss Wanda have known each other for 7 years, where we visit each other's homes. Miss Wanda just left my house, I think Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday. Um, with Anthony, Anthony didn't seek Kiki out. Kiki sucked him out. And she was telling him stuff, and I can truly say in the beginning Anthony wasn't recording her, but guess what, something clicked and he caught her lying about something that he knew that she had told him something different. I am very happy that he recorded her. You know why? Because after the mom asked him, did you record me, and he said no, they began to lay a platform of lies about him. And I can't say everybody who disliked Anthony used to flock right over there with him. And then it took for Melody to get mad at him, and then everybody turned their back. And that's the bad thing about being a blogger. People wasn't listening to what's going on. So now my question is for your chat. Do y'all feel Melanie owe Anthony an apology after she found out that it was Kiki, who is the
Yep.
common denominator, told her something negative, which she was lying about. Somebody told her something because you know what? This wasn't just all about what Anthony said, it was something being fed. Right now, Anthony has proved his point that he didn't say those things, that Kiki said those things, and it's through his recording. See, that's what I'm saying. And I don't know how people can get so you can listen to somebody to say don't follow somebody. If you don't want to follow me, that should be like a choice to you to say, I don't like what Speak With Your Girl Marcella say, um, then I'm not gonna follow her. But subscribers, they come and go. Y'all if y'all don't like what Terrence is saying today, y'all leave and come back tomorrow. Y'all gonna like what Terrence say. Do you know Kiki told him and Mel said she made him? I don't know for sure. I know that's what he said. I know that's what he said. Yes, I do. And I've always said that because this was because of Kiki, and it was. And I'm going to tell you another thing. I don't like these lawsuits going on. If we are bloggers, everything is alleged, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes. And for it to be going this far is crazy. I have had somebody call my 10-year-old granddaughter. See, through IG. All that is crazy. If you don't like me, then keep it moving. Because then when I say something back to you, then I'm nasty. But I came from the beef sector. I'm gonna let you get away for a little while, and then I'm gonna snap you just like that. I'm gonna come back and get you with my mouth because I'm from the beef sector. I came on this platform where I would try to ruin people's lives, but God changed me, and I'm gonna tell you why I changed. When my husband got that cancer, I mean, I was really thinking is all the bad deeds I do to people. That's why this is happening to me. I change, and then people think they can get over on me. And a lot of times I shut my mouth. I don't say anything. I don't say anything, and I don't talk about content creators in a negative way. Period.com. I don't. I don't do that anymore. But people are comfortable saying don't follow me in T. There's a whole list of people saying don't follow me. I mean, I go in their members only as a troll and hear them saying don't follow me and everybody else. That is crazy for people to even follow that. Don't be sheep, be leaders.
Mm-mm. I didn't know you came from the beefing sector.
Yes, I did come from the beef sector. And I still indulge over there sometimes. Those are my people because they real. They'll cuss you out and then they go on the next week. We good again. But over here, it's grudge holdings, calling people jobs. I'm so glad that I don't work. I'm so glad that I'm retired.
I know that's right.
I know that's right too, cause let somebody call my goddamn job or come up to my job or my warehouse. I ain't gonna cuss them out like Stormy did. I'm laying your ass out. You heard it
Right.
here first.
This is the thing. As somebody who's been on YouTube in this space for a very long time, since the early days of YouTube, the thing that I've noticed, majority of these issues come from people not knowing how to take a L. As somebody who's from Florida, it's okay to get cussed out. You ain't gonna lose no sleep. You ain't gonna die. You're gonna be all right. Sometimes you might get the best of somebody, sometimes they might get the best of you verbally. I just don't understand how when these back and forths ensue, because you can always take the high road. Somebody say something you don't like, you ain't gotta respond. If you're not a reader, if you're not somebody that can go off like that, I wouldn't advise you to engage. But if you gonna go and engage in that way, and if somebody gets the best of you verbally, just take the L and move on. Why does it have to escalate to trying to destroy someone's channel, trying to dox them, trying to, ruin their livelihood, all because you didn't like what somebody said to you or about you? It ain't that deep. As
It
somebody
ain't.
who has been talked about in a negative way on YouTube, I promise you, I do not lose any sleep about it. I actually embrace it. That's why I call myself Madam Biscuit. I think it's funny.
But
It
Feisty,
ain't
I'm
that
taking the
deep.
high road with you right now. I'm taking the high road with you because guess what?
In regards to
That's what
what?
That's what the bush is for. Because I've seen you speak on me, and now you're talking to me, and I'm talking to you. So I took the high road instead of cussing you out on Terrence's page. Like I'm here now, so whatever you need to say to me, say it to me.
Oh
But
well,
I
since that's an
liked you. But I
invitation, we
liked
can
you, and
talk.
I don't even know who you are, and I have seen you
Okay.
disrespect my name.
Would you like
But
to discuss it?
then you're up here talking to me, and I'm saying, "Wow!" So I'm taking the high road right now, so I know what you're talking about.
Would
Because
you like to
I
discuss
won't
it?
be
I feel
rude,
like you
and
brought
I
something
don't have
up. You
no
wanted to
reason to be
discuss
rude
it.
to you.
Would you like to discuss it? Because we can discuss it if so. Like to be very clear though, I'm not the type of person that's gonna come on
Yeah, because
some
y'all
rah
know
rah
T Channel
energy
is a channel to bring
unless it's
people together.
invited.
No,
And
I don't. I
me and
mean,
you can
if you
always
want
have
to
a
tell me why
conversation.
you dislike me, you can tell me. But guess what? I'm going to tell you now. I don't care, and I'm not going to go back and forth with you because I don't know you.
Uh-huh.
I don't care. But you know what? I see it kind of being phony that you would talk about me, and then I'm up here on T page, and now you trying to have convo with me, and it's decent. But
Because
when
I
you're
have
talking
respect
about
for
me in
him.
people chats, it's messy.
Because I
But
have
now
respect
I'm
for
here.
him. I have
So
respect for
why not
him.
tell me what you want to tell me? Because I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. Tell me what you need
Well,
to
you
tell
said
me.
that, but you said you don't want to go back and forth with me. But to be
Oh,
clear,
I'm not gonna go
it's
back.
not
I want to
being
hear.
phony.
I don't
I have
even
respect for
care that you don't
Terrence.
like me, but don't be phony and be up
Well,
here
I'm glad you
talking
don't
to me.
care. That's okay. I
Don't
want to
be
speak to you about
phony though.
clear.
So why would you even speak to me and you start me up
But
here?
to be
That's
clear,
phony.
it's not because of
No,
you. It's because of my respect for
nothing has to
Terrence.
be clear to
Wait,
me.
wait,
You
wait, one at a
fake.
time.
No, it's
You
not. It's
fake.
because of Terrence. It's very. I've made it very clear that I don't care for you.
Girl, I already know how you feel about me. It
Okay, so
ain't
then why
because of
bring it
no
up?
Terrence.
So then why
Because
bring it
Terrence
up?
invited us up here to say what we need to say.
He
And
dropped the
guess
link. He
what?
said, "Come
I
up,"
could
so
have
I
came
came
up
up,
here
and I'm respecting
from
his
the
channel.
beginning when you asked
Do you
me
have a
about
problem with me being
being
respectful to Terrence?
evasive.
Is that
I
the
could have called
issue?
you fake, bitch. What you got to say to me?
You have a problem with me being respectful to Terrence? Is that your problem?
Wait
No,
a
man.
minute.
So then what are we
Not
talking
at
about?
all.
So then what are we talking about?
Just don't be fake. You
I'm
can
not
drop
being fake.
down.
I'm being respectful to him.
Drop down and spread the eagle, baby. Because
I'm being
I will
respectful to
go
him.
ahead.
But again, you
I'm
said you
not
don't have
even
an issue
playing
with me
with
being
you.
respectful to
So
him
you
on
fake
his
coming up
platform.
here
This
to
isn't
talk
your
to me knowing you don't
platform.
like me.
And
Don't be
this is the
fake.
thing though. Like you want to go back and forth with me. But let's
No,
go
I
back. Since we
don't.
want to
I'm
talk
just
about it, let's go
telling you,
back.
you fake.
Over a year ago, when Wanda first started her channel and we were all going up on her platform, you insinuated that I and a few other people were responsible for death threats she'd received. And I don't care for that. You
Who,
did.
me?
Yes, you did.
No,
You said
ma'am.
that
It
we were
wasn't
mad
you.
about not
Wait a
being
minute,
moderators
baby.
on
It
her channel
wasn't
and we were
you.
calling them death
So you
threats.
got mad
And
on a
I think that was very
misunderstanding instead of
unfair.
coming to me. No, baby. It wasn't you. Miss Wanda
No, it
did
wasn't me. I
receive
would never
death.
do that.
Death.
I have a
Miss
high
Wanda
moral
did
compass. I would
receive
never do
death
death
threats,
threats.
and we know where they came from. But it wasn't you at all.
Yes, I
You
know.
assumed.
I know
You
that.
assumed.
No, you
So
insinuated.
not did I say feisty? Did I
You
say too
insinu
feisty?
the
Did
word
I say too?
insinuation. The word insinuation has a meaning. You insinuated that it were people who were going up on her lives talking to her. I was one of those people, and I took issue with
Oh,
that.
but I wasn't talking about you, feisty. I would have said it
Well, it
on her
wasn't
live.
me, so I didn't. I
I'm
you didn't
sorry
respect
that
my
you
name. It was never
misinterpreted,
me.
but it still doesn't relieve you talking about me when you could have came and talked to me, or
I
you could
know.
have
I
went
would
to
never do that.
Terrence
You
and
you
said
accused me of
you
death
could have
threats.
said that
Why
to
would I
me. You
come to
could have
talk to you
came to me
Wait,
directly?
wait,
woman to
wait.
woman,
I need y'all
but
to
you
talk one at a
assumed.
time.
Why would I come to you and speak to you directly? Please don't lie and say I death threatened Wanda when I didn't do that. I'm not gonna beg you
Girl,
to
did you just
retract
hear
that.
me say
But it was
that it
irresponsible for
wasn't
you to do
you?
that.
It
It was
wasn't you,
Okay,
irresponsible for you
girl.
to
okay,
do that.
okay.
It was
It
Can
very
we?
wasn't you,
Wait a
but
minute.
you
irresponsible.
Hold
Okay,
still
still. Hold
fake
on.
bitch.
Hold on. Hold on.
I
hold
can be
on.
that. That's
One
fine.
second.
You
One
seem
second.
upset
One
though.
second. We getting
We
hype.
getting too
All right. I
You
rowdy.
seem
was letting
upset. I'm
y'all
glad
talk
as
because I
somebody
wanted
who's
to
not a
get.
content creator, you care so much about my opinion. Even though you say you don't, but it's okay.
Listen, I was letting it go on because I wanted to get a better understanding of what it
Well, I was
is. So
trying to
now,
be respectful of you, but she wants to argue with me, even though
all
she
right.
lies and says she doesn't.
Now that I got to understand it.
But I'll be a fake
From
bitch.
what
I'm
I
cool with
got
that.
from it, it was really a misunderstanding. Can we just agree that it was a
No, I'm not going to agree to
misunderstanding?
that.
It
But
was.
I will
It
respect
was
your
Terrence.
platform. She
Well,
does irresponsible things like that, and then we try to dial it back later on. I'm not that type of person to
I'm
accept that.
not dialing it back. I say what I say and I mean what I say.
Okay, congratulations.
Well,
That's
she
like
Yes.
did
saying
apologize. Can we move forward from this? Can we
yes,
move forward
please.
from this?
What can
So it
she
doesn't
brought
have
it
to be an
up?
issue.
Can she brought it up? She wants to go back and forth with me. I'm not phony though. I'm being respectful to you.
No, I brought it up because I couldn't believe that she was like
What I'm
speaking
supposed to
to
be
me
telling you,
after
like,
she
if
called
Terrence
me
can
all
come,
kinds of
click the
names in
link and come
people's
up here,
chats.
come up here.
I don't want to talk about fake. I don't want fake people talking to me. Be
Well,
real
it's
with
wrong,
me.
girl. You ain't. This ain't your channel.
Right? It's not, and you
Well,
ain't
then why
gonna
you
come
want
to
to go
my
back and
channel
forth with
because
me so
I
you
would
can have me talk
drag
to
you.
Terrence?
Dear God Almighty.
You just proven to be everything I always say you are. Like you just
Well,
messy.
good. I'm glad.
I'm
See,
okay. What's
see,
next?
I'm
see. I
worse.
need you to
You made
referee
this
because I
about you.
can't
We
do
supposed to
it.
be
I'm
talking about the
retired.
show. What's
I'm
next?
worse. I'm worse than this. I'm respecting Terrence.
Okay.
I'm worse.
Okay. Like I don't know
Okay,
what you
wait
want
a
me to do.
minute.
Is
Hold
Remember,
on.
this supposed to be like a
I'm
threat
from
or
the
something?
BT. I'm
Are you
from
trying
the
to document me?
BT.
Like I don't know what you want me to do
Nothing.
with that information. I'm okay.
Yeah, just stay in Florida and be warm.
It's hot outside, so I will continue to be
We'll
warm
go
at the
be
same
hot. Go on
time.
outside.
I mean, what else
Okay,
do you want me
well,
to do with
I
that
guess we got.
information?
It's safe to say that
Should I
Too
expect a video on your
Feisty and
channel about me, or
We
Marcel
what you want me
good.
to do?
We
are.
good, Terrence.
Yeah, let's move on. You shouldn't have brought it up.
Oh my God.
All right, I
Feisty,
guess we
feisty.
understand where each
No,
other.
Marcel, please
Catherine,
let's
I don't
go.
do that. I don't tell nobody. I don't let nobody hold me back when I got something to say. No
I know
disrespect
you
to this
don't.
foot. We don't do
I,
that.
I know you don't.
I'm
It's
going
our
to respect
generation. We don't
Terrence,
do that.
but I'm not going to be disrespected. We can talk about the show though. Isn't that the purpose of this live?
Yeah, I would love to talk about the show now that
I would
everybody
too.
knows where
Yeah, let's do
everybody
that.
stand with one another. Ain't even gotta
Because it
be
is still your
all that.
platform, right?
We we can't just talk about the show. Dear God
Mhm.
Almighty.
April, don't be disrespectful either.
She can't spell. Don't worry about what she's saying. She can't spell.
Okay.
Anywho's now that we getting down to this boring ass episode, because that's what it was. It was boring as hell. Um, I do have a question for y'all though, all three
I'm
of y'all.
sweet.
With this, considering this episode, um, for me, I made a comment last night. And I'm skipping all the way down to the end of it. When Mello said that she was letting Tisha know she didn't appreciate what Marceau has said on social media or something like that, and she was gonna make it her business to say something to him about it. Now, for me and y'all, I understand the mellow and Marceau back and forth. I mean, yeah, it's cute, but for me, I just still feel like for this show in particular, the women need to address the women, and the men should just address the men because I feel like we get these things, and everybody was like, "Well, this is what it is. It's fun." Until it's not fun because then when Marceau when she says something and then Marceau throws shade back, then all of the women are mad. All of the women are mad. They're upset. Why is he saying this to her? He don't even need to be talking to her. But then in the next minute, when I was saying, well, they don't need to talk, well, nah, because it's for the show and da 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 da. So my thing to y'all is, do y'all feel as though Mellow should go to Marceau and talk to him about anything that he had to say? Because I
No,
don't.
because she know how the hell Marceau is. Like, leave it, let it go. Pay it dust. Like you be paying Martell dust, pay Marceau dust. Hell.
I wouldn't give
Yeah.
Loudmouth no attention. I,
You know what, Terrence? I was looking at it as those couples have been friends.
Mm,
And she knows that Tisha is not confrontational.
mm,
But what makes it bad is that if me and you in an argument, Terrence, and you cuss me out, they're gonna say a man shouldn't say those things to you,
right.
and they would. So I think that she should talk to Tisha about it and let her talk to her husband. Because see, the one time Marceau called her out her name or allude to her character, they're gonna say a man he's abusive. A man shouldn't talk like that. And that's how I feel like a lot of women on these YouTube pages come after men. And then when the men come back after them, especially the gay men come after in the beef sector, these women be trying to drag these gay men, and when they come after them, they saying, "Oh, he a man. He shouldn't be talking to her like that." But you can't do this to a man, and then think that if he calls you after your name, then if Marceau would have called Stormy a B, like Stormy called him, then
Yep.
Stormy husband would have got involved. So
Mhm.
it's better that she tells Tisha, let Tisha break it down to her husband. And then, because right now, if Marcel calls her out the name, guess what? The mellometers are going to drag Marcel everywhere because of what he might say to her.
And that's my point. That's the part where it gets to be a little bit too much for me because because they did it last season, and I was like, well, I mean, maybe, but she shouldn't have talked to him in the first place because it doesn't even matter what he thinks. And that be my thing with Mello Mello. You can ignore everybody else. Please ignore Marcel. Like it don't even have to be an argument, a sit down, or anything. Or if it is, let Tisha be there. I respect that. Other than this always being them two sitting up here arguing with one another, it's too much.
I just think it's old and tired. I don't understand why every season there has to be some type of a disagreement between the two of them where they have to go back and forth. I just don't understand why that's even part of the plot line.
Hmm.
Yep, and it makes it look like, well, Carlos King did say Melanie and Marceau are TV, whatever. But the thing to me, it puts out where everybody's saying that Marceau got uh, um, he really likes Melanie in a different way. They make it into something it's not. It's just that both of them got the poperation. They can pop each other, and it's for good show. But you know what? I'm not lying. I'm so sick of Melanie and Martell's storyline. I'm so sick of the same thing. And now this year, if y'all don't know, it's all about bloggers. It's all about bloggers this year. They make it about bloggers and the millimeters. This is the new storyline. And they're
It
underhandedly
is.
putting us down. And if it wasn't for the bloggers, nobody would pay attention to this show because the big bloggers sure not paying attention to any of this mess. Richie or tap on it, Kempire or tap on it, but none of those white bloggers are tapping on Love and Marriage Huntsville or nothing else. So it's bad to even try to put us down.
Well, can I address this comment real quick? I am a millimeter. I am sick and tired of your ass always coming up here thinking that we blaming Melody for everything. Shut your ass up. Sit your ragtag ass down. Stay off the computer. Stay off of social media for a good goddamn minute, and maybe you'll learn something. You always want to sit up here and come up here and respond to why is it always Melody? Ain't nobody making nothing Melody fault. Ain't nobody blaming Melody. I'm sick of your ass. Okay, don't come up here no more. Don't make no comments no more before you piss me off. Okay, I'm done.
I thought that was for me. I was like, what's going on?
But that's interesting, Marcella. You think this entire season just gonna be nothing about bloggers?
It
I think
bloggers
it's gonna
and
be more.
millimeters. I'm going to tell you something. I respect the people who support Mel, but you do not have to bring everybody down to raise one person up. And that is what's happening. And then I want y'all, all four of us, to look at this. Melody is making a resolution with her castmates.
I
She's
know it
making a
ain't flash, but I
resolution.
had to say that.
uh, she's making a resolution with her castmates. So now that people don't like the rest of the castmates, now that Mel is making a resolution, because seeing her and Tisha hug and everybody getting along, I'm saying, what is going on? If everybody get along, how can we have drama?
She put her comment up. Put her comment back up.
Who
Put her
commented?
I am a millimeter. First of all, I got your hoe in my back pocket. Trick, don't play with me.
I feel like
Now,
Catherine want to argue because me and Marcella just finished arguing.
yeah.
Girl,
I think
leave
they want
I'm
to
a
argue too.
millimeter alone, child. You know she ain't nothing but that's what she do. She troll. And
Well,
see,
she needs to troll. She
I
needs to take her
don't
Y'all
mind
ass
gotta
some
under
of
learn
the
to
the
bridge
embrace
to be
y'all
a troll there.
trolls.
I ain't got time for that hoe.
Trolls
I
gonna give
don't
you a
mind
like
some
and a
of the trolls.
view.
Speaking of trolls, how did y'all feel about Trish and Ken?
Oh my God. They
Trish strong as
shouldn't even
base.
be They shouldn't be on the show. I'm telling you now. But y'all, all four of us, do you know they misled us with these clips? They had us thinking that Nail didn't agree with Nail. They had us thinking all this stuff, but they didn't show us the resolution. And people went in on Nail. People went in, about getting him arrested and stuff. And now this girl, she looked like, I mean, who, if Martell slept with her, he was desperate, drunk, and blind. Because I don't believe he might have slept with that girl. And then they had me thinking that she had a husband and this was her boyfriend. They don't look like they would be exciting at all. It'd be just like wet paint, not even dripping, because they don't look like and look, and they, she seems like she is in love, like this is the first time she ever met him or seen him. I know they
She
get
messing with
together, but
Martell. How the hell she in love? Oh, I'm sorry. Allegedly, she messing with Martell.
woo,
She ain't gonna
No,
do
mm-mm,
that,
you
man.
don't think. Ooh, listen, I'm like Mellow Mellow. I'm not putting nothing past nobody. But if
mm-hmm,
that is the case, Carlos, that's some messy ass shit.
I just want
mm-hmm.
him to bring Ariana up here if that's the case.
Cause
Carlos
where
has
Me
this.
is this
too.
lady's husband?
Carlos has
Cause
this thing.
I remember when we first saw her, that was the whole thing. Everybody was like, "That ain't that lady husband."
I
Carlos
know,
has a
and
pattern
she
of
got
behavior
a
on all his
husband,
shows. He
and
he
like why
brings the
bring her?
mess, but then
Yes,
he
he
goes too
brings the mess.
far. He goes too far, and he divides his cast in a way that they can't come back together. He does
Yep.
that on
Right.
every single one of his shows.
I just want him to show the African while he's sitting up here doing all this messy shit. Be messy and show your goddamn man.
I saw him. I
Oh,
saw
somebody.
him when I went to DC, when I went to the thing. He is nice looking. And guess what? Carlos is the out one, and he's the reserve. And he's nice looking.
Oh, okay. He finally show him on the show. Bring his ass on the show. Do a reality show with you and him. That's what I want to see. Cause I'm
I
tired
don't
of him
know.
being messy. Be messy with your life. Don't be messy with other people's lives.
For me though, Trish confused me. She confused me when she was talking to Stormy because I just feel like in her story that about why her and her first husband broke up, I feel like she's leaving a lot of stuff out, and that's a red flag for me. And then they confused me even more when it was just the scene with the both of them sitting in the kitchen. I'm like, are you sure you want to marry this man? And
Well,
then the
she
And
both
the
of
definitely
house
y'all
wanted
is
him
talking
to show
nice,
it.
about
I
but
didn't
y'all
it's
know he
married
was in
each other
outdated.
and each
transition.
other's parents.
Their kitchen is outdated. Can we do a GoFundMe?
Ooh.
No. We need to do a GoFundMe on that damn face. Okay? I didn't know she was still in transition or she was done transitioning. I'm just saying. And I look here. I'm not being on no hate speech or anything, but I was confused. She is strong in the face, looking. I swear she
Yes.
looked like T in drag. T, no offense.
But guess what? That short wig she had on, I said, what in the John Brown ham sandwich? Who dressed her for that confessional?
Yeah, I ain't like it either. I didn't like it either. I didn't like it either. And she kind of looked like Tamika Raymond a little bit. That's who I thought it was at first. And
That
I
ain't
was
no damn
like,
Tamika. We not gonna do Tamika like that. She from the
you
Bay like me.
you
We
got to
not
go
gonna
back
do
and
her
look.
like
I'm
that.
telling you, when she was sitting in her confessionals with him, she was giving Tamika Raymond. She was. I ain't even finna hold y'all. She was.
And then he starstruck. Did y'all hear when he said, oh, I wonder how Stormy feel about me? I wonder how, I mean, you starstruck, dude.
Yeah, but you know what? So is she, because it seemed like Trish is real pressed to like have an issue with Tisha. And I was confused by that. I'm like, Trish, she didn't do nothing to you, friend. Go on ahead and train this damn lady. What is the
Get your
problem?
money.
Yeah.
Get your money.
I was glad Stormy told her that. Like, girl, get your money.
She
Right.
do look like a low budget Marie from Bell Collective. I'ma shut up.
She
Lord
looked like
have mercy.
she lift weights with her face. I'm telling you. I can see them making love. Muscle on muscle. Ew.
Yeah, I can't
Bill.
picture that. That's like two wildebeests getting together.
Right.
Now, what I did enjoy though, and I ain't even gonna make no lie, I thoroughly enjoyed seeing the ladies hang. It took
Yeah.
me back to season one, and you could tell all three of them are genuinely trying to like move forward, whether it's just for the show or not. I
Yeah.
still appreciated seeing them having fun and be able to like still talk about stuff, still work things out, and it don't have to be a whole bunch of yelling, arguing, screaming, your husband this, sad chick that.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
There has to be
Did
a
you
balance on these
agree with
shows.
Did you agree with the statement that Kimmy said the reason why that she didn't come because Mel's fans do not like them? Because this first show Carlos did with Just Melody, he should have did it with the cast. He didn't, and all his other places he's doing it with the cast.
Like I said, that ninja is messy. Carlotta Queen needs to just come up here and bring his African on the show instead of being messy and could divide and conquer.
Um,
I'm just saying.
for me, uh, here's what I'm gonna say. I'm not mad at Kimmy for what she said. I do agree with Kimmy when she says a lot of the people that flock to her, they are mean to them. They are. They're
Yeah,
mean to Kimmy. They're mean to Tisha, their husbands, all of that. So she wasn't wrong with what she said. I wish Tisha would have been honest, and because in my opinion, Tisha, I hear what you saying about the invitation thing, but girl, bad. All right, because you weren't invited to that, so I ain't even hearing you with that. I really wish Tisha just would have said, "Yeah, you're right. I don't want to be around all of your millimeters, friend." Because in
right,
my opinion, that's all that was, Tisha. It ain't had nothing to do with no invite. It ain't had nothing to do with you was embarrassed when the last time she did it. No, you don't want to be around all of the negativity and all of the things that you know was gonna come from a lot of them millimeters, and you just should have said
right.
that. You should have been honest instead of beating around the bush about it.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah,
But
I
And
I'm
agree
I'm
too.
with
And
you
Nell,
though,
I don't know
Kimmy.
why she felt like she couldn't just say that flat out.
Yeah,
Because
I
I
don't
think
know either.
anybody would understand why.
yeah, Nell too. Nell didn't want to go there because of that too. And they were booing Sonny, and some of them was good and some of it wasn't. But I myself wouldn't have came back to this show knowing that Sonny and Moses was going to be here, because I got to look at my man who betrayed me and the woman who betrayed me too. I couldn't have did it.
What is Nell's reasonings for not going? What is it? Because I don't think nobody was being mean to Nell around there, were they?
No, no, Terrence. Nell got pissed off because of her daughter being over here. She did state that on the thing last night, and she said that she was out of town, and when she went to buy a ticket, it was sold out. But because she's a cast member, she could have walked in there no ticket.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, Nell, you are a cast member, and I'm more than sure nobody would have stopped you at the door and said you couldn't come. And that was my thing with Tisha too. I said with Tisha, it wasn't a millimeter event. That was a Carlos King and Kingdom Reign production event. That's what that was. So quit all that lying, child.
I just like I said, I just need for him to get rid of strong face ass Tamika. I'm not Tamika. T, you got me calling
No,
this lady
listen.
Tamika.
I'm gonna give Trish a chance. I'm gonna get because we only saw one episode. I'm
And
I'm gonna
that's enough.
I'm gonna try my damnedest to give Trisha a fair shake, but I don't see this playing out good for Trisha because and it's no shade to you, Destiny, but I said this last night. She giving what Destiny gave her first season, trying to find the issue with Tisha and all of the rest of this stuff, and it's like, nah, we don't want that.
They always
Yeah,
trying to find an issue with Tisha. Let's be clear. It started off with them goddamn 20 women. It started off with that. It started off with Tisha sitting up here saying that Martell and got the hoe, the same BMW or whatever kind of car he got Melody. All that. Look, I'm just saying.
Speaking of which, because that flew past my head, I hate to bring up this interview again, but I got a
Oh
lot of
Lord.
people kept asking me, did I catch when Kiki gave her reasonings for why she wanted to come back on the show or to be brought back on the show? And it has something to do with that match at BMW. And everybody got on her ass about that because everybody was saying how Kiki had just been honest about that from the. I can't think of what it was.
Everybody has been responding to that, saying I've seen a lot of thumbnails saying that Kiki admits that Mel brought her on to expose as payback for the match in BMW comment.
Yeah,
I just don't remember hearing her say that during the interview. And I don't know if I missed it or what. I just don't remember her saying that Mel brought me on for this, that, and the third.
I don't know. I gotta go back and listen to it. I gotta go
It
back
was
and
a
listen.
lot happening because at that point she started talking real fast, but everybody for whatever reason everybody heard her say, Mel brought me on to get payback against Tisha for the matching BMW comment. I don't remember hearing that though.
I don't remember hearing that either. I
She
think she.
said that in the interview with T. But the thing is she was saying why she declined the first season because Mel and Tisha was into it about that comment. But if y'all remember that comment, they was at the radio station. It was a back and forth between them two. Mel said something to Tisha, and Tisha said, "Well, at least my man didn't buy his side chick a matching BMW." But see, that's what Kiki was trying to do is sideswipe Mel a little bit, but she really wasn't.
Yeah,
But
cause
I did hear that she was being brought back so Mel can talk to her about her reporting to the blogger. This season is all about bloggers and millimeters. Y'all gonna see that every episode they talk about a blog.
I'm not sure why they think that's a good idea.
knows if they're gonna use Kitty
Nor
clips.
like I'm just part of my issue with this show, which is why I don't watch every episode. Everybody
Hmm.
don't put a fair share on this show. Everybody don't. Everybody wants to be on the show, and everybody whatever comes as a benefit of the show, be it attention, be it promoting their business, whatever, so forth.
Yes.
They want that, but they don't want to put the work in. And to be honest, as much as I don't care for men like Martell, I have to give him credit a little bit, and it's a bitter taste in my mouth. That man has a lot of sacrifices in this show of his own livelihood, and everybody is benefiting off of his sacrifices in a way that they have not sacrificed themselves. The other
Can he
couples have
spell
not had to
sacrifice?
sacrifice as much as Mel and Martell to their detriment.
Yes.
Yeah, I
You're
And
agree.
right.
now we're gonna make our storyline our issue with the bloggers instead of what we actually have going on. Kimmy, where is that emotional support dog?
Yeah,
Bow
what
wow.
happened to Zoo?
Yeah. And you know what touched me about last night? Kimmy talked about the cancer, which, she went through it and then her mother experienced. But Kimmy's boring to me.
Oh Lord, not
Kimmy,
too
I
much on
can't
Kimmy.
lie, and I love you to pieces, Kimmy. You know you is my favorite to season one. And you a Delta, I go up. But I do agree, it's real boring. It's
It's
real
really boring.
Maxi Daisy. It's like the same thing, season after season after season. Because
I
we
have
were
a
still trying
question.
to figure
Is
out
it
what
true
y'all
that her father
storylines were
passed
gonna be.
away?
Huh?
I don't I didn't know about her father
Is
passing
it true?
away.
I heard somebody say that her father passed away. Is that true?
I don't know. I ain't heard nothing
I
about
don't
that.
know.
Did he?
It's starting to give Giselle Bryant. It's starting to give you on this show, and we see you on every episode, but we don't know nothing that's going on. Remember how shocked we were to find out
I agree
Giselle
with
had
that,
siblings?
Feisty. I agree with that.
I do too.
Like, remember how shocked everybody was to find out Giselle had siblings, and
Mm-hmm.
Wait, she do got siblings? When the episode that aired? Oh Lord, I'm sorry, I'm
But
listening to you.
Oh,
I'm gonna
she
tell
said,
you
yeah,
it's
her
giving.
father passed.
But guess what, Terrence? These are the bloggers they hit on already. They hit on Tasha K. That was Martho, Maurice, and
Mm-hmm.
and and uh, they hit on you last night, and they hit on Anthony the very first episode. So they're hitting on bloggers. Who's going to be next? And
Shot.
then now they're bringing up all the millimeters. I mean, if some of them always say we're not watching the blogs. Now all of a sudden everybody's watching the blogs. But the bloggers is what's really, getting y'all what y'all need.
so now the bloggers are an issue, but it wasn't an issue when Maurice did that fake award.
Well, I feel like this. If y'all gonna talk about our interviews, you may as well show them. See, Carlos, you want to be like Bravo, but at least Bravo shows the people interview, and not
Yeah,
just when they're interviewing with you,
Do they pay
because
you
right.
though?
that's when we see the interviews when they're sitting down with you. But girl, my interview did damage. You did an interview, Lex.
But they need to give y'all a little check, $500. Just Terrence had an interview with Lexi and blah blah blah. And to me, I wouldn't have never brought that up. I would have never brought that up about my daughter doing an interview over here. Because now that opens the cans of worms for me. I want to know more.
Mm-hmm.
Right, me too.
And then Mello brought her ass around here. Well, shout out to you, Mello. Mello said she listened to the whole interview. I said, I bet you did.
Yeah, that was
But next
a
time,
pretty
say
big
hi,
moment for
Melody.
you, Terrence.
It was. But Melody, if you bring your narrow behind up in this goddamn channel and don't say hi to my brother again, it's gonna be me and you. And I'm a drag
Right,
on a millimeter too. If she come
right,
up at me.
right. Because you always walk around here, Mello. And if you want to interview, I'll interview you, girl. Could y'all imagine Mello being around here, honey?
Your interviews are chaotic. That chat was a hot mess that night. The freaks did come out that night. I was like, what is
Still,
going on? And
no.
Catherine, the one time she needed to be in there acting a nut, she was missing in action.
No, I was doing homework and listening to that interview at the same time.
You see what I told you? Where was your antennas?
I was look here doing homework and listening. I was on my laptop over listening to the interview. I'm trying to snipe folks, and them comments was moving hella fast. I said, "Damn, I can't snipe nobody." I
And
had
I
to slow
love
my
when
roll. I
Terrence
did that. I
interviewed.
said, "Damn."
Terrence let them make a rope, a noose begin to form, and they hang themselves in that noose. And that's a good interview.
I feel like if
Child, that's what the
Carlos and
people.
the rest of the cast are going to continue to talk about the happenings on the internet. The one thing I took issue with a few years ago is when they did that social media special. The
Mm,
people who they featured on that special were not the reason for propelling the show forward. I only started watching the show because of Bundy and Scotty. I
Yep.
honestly, because
And
I
T.
have been subscribers of both of their channels since they first started their channels, I tend to watch the videos even if it's about something I don't know about. I wasn't watching Love and Marriage Huntsville until season 3. So after a while, curiosity and it piqued my interest. I'm hearing about baby mamas and side chicks and secret
Yeah.
love childs and stuff. So I'm like, well, let me see what this got going on.
See,
But
highlight
I
Tracy.
didn't see those people featured on the show. They had people who, I mean, why was Maya Sala on that special? She's not even a
Because
content
Carlos ain't
creator.
trying to pay them. That's why, Tracy. Carlos ain't
That's
trying to pay them.
No,
true.
no, but let's be for real, Catherine. Let's be for real. 95% of the people that's making videos on YouTube about this show would have done that special without any compensation. Let's be
Yep.
real.
True.
yeah, for the
Yeah. For
exposure.
exposure.
Hmm.
Hmm.
After exposure, I want my money. Cut me a
Yeah,
check.
some people are about their paper, but not everybody in this sector is going to just be motivated by money. Some people will do it because they love it. Some people do it because it's an opportunity, so on and so forth. They won't give recognition to the people who are really responsible for getting the views on that show, but they will feature the same. I'm not going to say no names, but the same old content creators who may review the show, may not review the show, or are inconsistently talking about things. They will feature them, they will give them an opportunity. But the people who are really responsible for why the show is successful, they don't get any attention. They don't get any acknowledgement. I don't
Yeah.
really like that.
I'm gonna
But
jump
I'm gonna
that
tell you
troll with
what,
no
I wasn't
compensation.
gonna review the show this year because anything you say against or saying that Melanie made this mistake or should have did this, these people come after you with a vengeance. And
Hmm.
it don't just be on YouTube. It be off of YouTube where I'm walking around like little Oakley Annie around here because you don't know, people don't like you for your opinion. And I started not to do it, but somebody said, do it. So I would really like to have Mel come up here on your page, Terrence, and just clear the air. The only thing I want her to say is, I appreciate people, following me, but y'all don't have to do the things y'all do to people because, people was comparing the millimeters to the barbs. I was like, get out of here. Uh-uh.
Well, I've
Child,
seen some very
it's the
disturbing
work.
things in this sector across the board. And I have been the main person saying it ain't just the millimeters. I have seen some
Right.
very concerning things. And, I have my theory on it. Like I said, I think the cast is too accessible and, other reasons. But across the board, it's a lot of weirdos in this fandom. And I've never
Yeah,
seen that
especially
for
since
reality. I've
COVID.
only ever seen that for movies and scripted TV shows.
Ever since COVID, boy, we got a lot of people that ran out of their concerta and stuff like that. Their mental medicine because they are crazy. But we need to just skip around. And it's just like when the show is off, people just don't stop talking about it. They continue to talk about it and talk about it. And you don't give us like a little mental break of the show.
Right. Because that's what the show needs. It need a huge sabbatical. It may be a recast of why you had it.
Yeah. And not only that, I like for Carlos
A
to end the
sabbatical
show and then come
only
back
lasts.
in 2 years. Let's see what these people are doing in 2 years since they all millionaires. I like to see what's going on with each of these people in 2 years.
I gotta play devil's advocate. Can't just put it on the people on the show. The content creators are guilty as well too. I
Right.
ain't
What we
saying no
do?
names, but some people said they weren't gonna be reviewing this show no more, and they reviewing it.
I said
See,
that. I said I
hell
wasn't going to
no.
review it.
Hell
And y'all can let
no.
the show go if y'all really wanted to. Y'all
Listen,
can let it go.
listen. I would have let it go if it was other stuff to watch. Had I let this show go, the only time y'all would have heard from me is Tea Talk and Summer House, which ends tomorrow. So me and Scotty had to do something. And the worst part about it all, though, this is the worst part. We get paid good for the shit. That's the worst part about it.
Yeah.
Well, how
The
much y'all
one
get paid?
But
Because I'm
show
about to
that
be on
me
here
and
too.
Scotty cringe the most, pay us the most. It do.
you know what I hate? I hate when people strike your page for your opinion.
Yeah.
Or somebody in your chat say something and they don't like what the person said in your chat, so they strike your page. As
Hmm.
bloggers and influencers, and we should know people are going to talk about us. People are going to talk about, I'd rather it stay on YouTube and not come into our personal lives. But, we can go there.
Hmm. Yeah, it be a lot because of and a lot of people feel like, well, I see you changing your tune. No, it ain't that nobody changing their tune. My whole thing is I didn't said everything it was that I had to say. In my opinion, Mellow Mellow really ain't doing too much of nothing other than moving on and trying to move
Shit.
on and live her life. So it's no reason for me to
Right.
have to say this or say that or critique this or to critique that because she's not doing anything. So it's not that
Yeah.
nobody's changing her tune. No, she ain't did nothing. What am I saying something to her for? Now, when she does something and I don't agree with it, I'm gonna say it like I did last night. But other than that, no, it ain't that deep.
I
Well, let me
compare
ask you
to
this. How do you feel about Martell really sending that text? Because that's foul to me.
Yeah, it
Foul.
is foul, and that's what pisses me off about him because he's like, "Well, all it was a text. Well, you weren't supposed to be hitting her up. Period.
My
That's the
point.
thing. You
Oh,
wasn't supposed to text her at all.
Unless it has something to do with the damn kids.
Right.
right.
So
Martell
it's like,
I
is
didn't like
using
that at all.
Martell is using those children to harass that woman. Like, to me,
that's what I said too.
my opinion of him is not even the show. Men like Martell make my ass itch. Truly. I don't like men who behave in that manner. I don't like what they do to their families and the people around them.
Yeah.
They are destructive. And
Yeah.
those are the type of people that are supposed to be neutralized. And I
Hmm.
don't like the fact that because people either don't like what's happening on the show or they don't like Mel or whatever, they like to skip over how he behaves. I have said so long that he behaves like someone who is violent and abusive. And it's
Yeah.
not even because of her. I'm going to take y'all back to that episode when they were in Vegas. And the minute he raised his voice, the way everybody in that house responded to him yelling tells me everything I need to know that happens behind the scenes.
No, what really got me is when he jumped at her. I was like, oh no, he should not be able to work no more. When
On
he
season
jumped at
three.
her, huh?
On season 3.
Yes, when he jumped at her in Las Vegas,
Hmm.
I was like, oh my God. Oh, this is he shouldn't be
See, I
working
fall
no
back
more. And
off.
that
Oh,
or
go ahead.
they should have made him go through some type of therapy and to be filmed anymore because that was crazy to me. And like I said, I'm not flip flopping. I think that both of them knows how to push each other's buttons. But for him to be a man and built like he is and act like you're gonna hit a woman, you need to be dismissed.
I don't even think it's just Mel. We can go back to the big melee at Madani. Why was Marceau so concerned about Tisha standing in close proximity when Mel and Miss Wanda were arguing and Martell was standing there. Martell wasn't even doing nothing. He was just standing there at the time with his arms folded. And Marceau made it a point to tell Tisha to back up because if something happens, he wasn't saying that because of Mel and Miss Wanda. He was saying that because of Martell. And even
Mm-hmm.
then, a few minutes later, when the men are going back and forth, why is it that both of them, Martell wasn't even doing anything at that point? Why is it that both of them were prepared for a fight? Martell has been very violent off camera. And they respond to him in a way that you respond to people who are like that. Now, what I'm confused about is why is it that when he is doing certain things to his ex-wife, they they don't ever feel like he needs to be atoned for his actions. He's always excused. There's always some type of reason for his behavior. But you yourself, why was you trying to put paperwork on him, Marceau? If he's not really like that, if it's just male, why is it that you try to put paperwork on him? Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he try to put a restraining order on Martell?
I heard that, but I also heard they, yeah.
Martell is not well. Like I said, men like
Did
him
did y'all
need
hear
to
that
be
Martell did
neutralized.
get hit? Did y'all hear that Martell got hit
With
Hit
what?
when?
that day at Madonna's?
I heard he got hit.
I mean, they were ready to
Yeah.
jump him, so I'm not surprised.
Mm.
All I
I ain't
know
know
is
he got. I ain't
this.
think nobody got hit. I ain't heard
Oh,
that.
they didn't put it on film. Yes, he
All I
did.
know is
Who
this.
hit him?
At, I don't know.
I don't want to say I don't want to be sued.
Oh,
We'll say allegedly. That way
If
you
they
won't
did,
be.
I'm not surprised. Like that whole situation escalated, but to be honest, I really feel like it escalated because they were concerned of what he was going to do in the
That's
event that
fact.
he got upset.
That's fact.
All I gotta say is
All
this.
right now, girlfriend. Thank you, Gail. Woo! Thank you, Gail.
Oh, he did. I knew
I mean,
it. I knew
we
it.
saw it on
I
camera
see
though. They
my
were
man
ready
know
to
how to.
jump him.
Stop.
No, no. It was actually touch, boom, boom.
See, that's what I said. My man know how to fight.
And for a good minute, Martell wasn't doing anything. Like I said, I don't like giving him credit for nothing. But for a minute, he wasn't doing anything. Everybody else seemed to be more agitated than him. But I really believe it's because they know when he gets upset how he behaves.
Yeah, but see what it is that he had a family. Martell had a family, and
Had
then
the word.
he
Had.
did. He had a family, and then guess what? He thought that the grass was greener on the other side, and it was straw.
mm-hmm,
And now he see his family elevating, and he's
mm-hmm,
trying to stop everything. I
mm-hmm.
don't want them on TV because he
Yep.
don't want them to elevate. She doing her thing, but that could have been their thing because y'all remember first season reunion. They agreed to fight together and do things together, and he continued to mess with a zero instead of staying with his hero.
Hmm. Well, can I
Mm-hmm.
just say this? Since he chose to do all that and lost everything, T, go ahead and send me that damn picture. I've been asking for years now. Give me the
Why do you want to
picture.
see it so bad, Cassie?
Because I want to see if it's hooked and curved. I want to see all that hooked, cricked, and all that shit.
I really feel like it was the harlot that emailed me that until she got hot with me and
She
blocked.
probably did.
But I
Hope
think
did.
if bringing Ariane on the show, I think a lot of people are scared what would come out her mouth because she's young and don't care and don't have anything to lose.
All that's gonna come out of her mouth is some dick breath. I said what the fuck I
I
said.
don't know. To be real with you, and again, I love the Scots to death.
It's a wild
But
card.
for me, I just feel like again, it could be a situation where yeah, that's just Martell. They know he a cheater, and more than likely he gonna bring somebody else other than his wife. But they not doing it. Perhaps, perhaps, and I'm willing to give them that. But it's just like she gonna show up to Atlanta all by her lonesome just for him. She ain't gonna bring no homegirls for the homies. I, I, I mean, I don't know. I do
I
feel like
agree.
if they,
Look, Terrence, we know what we know, okay? We know what we know.
It don't
I
roll
don't
like
like
that.
my husband hanging with no single man.
The
Not at
minute you meet
all.
somebody, the first thing they do is say, "You got some homegirls." We know to give. Like we
yeah, but
Hmm.
see, I
know.
don't want to say because it could just we is
We grown
dating free.
folks.
but I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt.
But let me say this, Terrence. I'm gonna tell you two things I don't like. I don't like that when Martell is moving on with other women, they drag the women, right? If
Mm,
Right.
Mel is over him, I would be showing him that I'm good without you, baby. I'm moving on, and here's the children. I'll see you next week. But it's not like that. Every time he gets with a woman, they drag the woman, they drag Sheree, they drag anybody that he's with. And
First of all,
so,
when it comes to Sheree, Sheree needs to be dragged with them September, spring, summer goddamn clothing line that she came out with. She needs to be dragged.
Well,
I
I
mean, but
think it's
Period.
a
I
mix of reasons.
understand where Marcella is coming from because the thing is, are y'all gonna drag every woman that he comes
Yes,
into contact with? But
yes.
for why though?
I'm
Like
gonna
they
tell you why
didn't do
though.
anything.
Some of them are
they
gonna
Why?
even
do it.
drag Miguel. They,
Some of them
they,
are
they,
gonna do it in support of male, and some of them are gonna do it because they don't feel like okay. If we talking about Martell and how he behaves and the type of man he is. Their whole some people's argument is, as a woman, why would you want to be with a man like him?
oh,
I
but
wouldn't.
they gotta find out. Some women gotta find out now. Some women got to find out because I'm gonna tell you, I've been married. Now, there's no secret. I've been married 3 times. When I left, I wanted him to jump on to somebody else so he wasn't paying me no attention. So I can move on, but it's not like that. I mean, they even destroy jobs he get. Like when they call Miguel the designer,
Mm,
um, they call this designer to make him lose his job. Let this man go on because now what he's trying to do is focus on male money. I would have let him go on and be a man
mm-hmm,
and listen, let him have his children. It's my week, it's his week. On my week, I'ma glow up. When my children come, I'ma relax with my children. But they're not letting him go on, and that's the problem. I wouldn't give him no clout. We'd give him clout talking about him. If everybody just stopped talking about him and put the glow up on everybody else and didn't say nothing about him, guess what? Then he'll know. But right now, there are some men that are cheering Martell on.
Ski,
and
can I
some
just
women too.
Can I just say something to Scotty real quick?
Yeah.
I'm not letting it go and won't until I get that picture. And won't. I'm not letting it go.
How do
I am
y'all
like a
feel about how do y'all feel about a lot of women that are going up Felicia Sue now and saying that he is being bullied, that he is being done wrong, and she should have just left him alone and blah blah blah.
There was some people Harriet Tubman had to leave behind on them plantations.
oh, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Well,
That's all I
you.
have to
I'm
say
going
about
to tell
that.
you,
Not
and
everybody can go to freedom.
like my thing is that I'm not taking up for him, but I feel that she knows how to push his buttons. And
Mm,
when she do, it agitates him. And guess what? She's getting all the proof he needs that maybe he should be around our children.
true.
Which is a situation he started, because
Yeah.
they had the most agreeable custody arrangement ever. I've never
Ever.
seen one
Ooh,
as clear cut as theirs without having to have a judge make decisions on that. I get them 1 week, you get them 1 week. When they with me, I take care of everything. When they with you, I take care of everything. It don't get no better than that.
sure don't.
Because
Do
the,
y'all
the,
agree
the
with
family court
powerful?
system is always going to try to give equal time to both parents.
You know
That is
what?
always their goal.
I'm not gonna say 50%. That nigga get at least 75%. She get 25 because you knew how the nigga was. You knew he was cheating and all this, that, and the third. You still had a fourth child with his ass and tried to give a marriage chance after he done cheated on you for 15 years and all that good shit. Yeah, if he gets 75, she get 25.
75% of what? Like
The
his
blame.
time?
No, of the blame, of the
I'm
blame.
going to say 50-50. I'm going to say, and I'm going to tell everybody when you are married, if me and Terrence is married and we have a joint account, he did not steal money out of the account. It's joint. It's a joint account. Either one of us could go in that bank account. Terrence, would you like to share my bank account with me?
Sure. Absolutely. I love that.
In my marriage, we have a joint account, and I have my own, and he has his own. They had joint, and he took out what he felt was his share of the money, but he shouldn't have did that when they're both in litigation about community property.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he was wrong for that. He was wrong. That deed cost him everything. He ain't got half of what she got.
All I know is this. I'm telling you this now. Had it have been me, had I been male, I would have been wore recovery puss out like a jean jacket in the 80s. I would have beat her ass every single day until she learned how to keep my name out her mouth. My name is not no Diaga, bitch, so keep it out your motherfucking mouth. That's all I got to say on her.
But
Hey
let's make this
everyone.
clear about Ariane. Ariane was given permission to talk about the wife, and which is dead wrong.
Right.
My ex-husbands ain't gonna lay up and talk about me with their new booze because that tells me I'm the center of your relationship. Like I'm not gonna lay up with my husband and talk about my ex. And
Right.
so he couldn't control this side piece because he made her feel like she was the main dish. See, she dirty. And guess what? After you found out, girlfriend, that he was married, you should have stopped. But see, she's a child. She done had a baby by the first married man, now another married man, and now you have caused you and Martell to have nothing because of your mouth. You should be shutting up, looking pretty, and shut up. But you done made his situation worse, and the laws
Right.
of Alabama is
She not
so
pretty with
strict.
them
Can
raggy
I
split ends.
But you
She
acting
ain't
like she
shit.
got sense, baby. You thinking very rationally. That
hi
baby is irrational, jealous, and hateful. She
Yep.
wanted everything
Hmm.
Melly had, and she's a
Right.
mistress. She comes from a family of mistresses. She comes from a long line of whores, and she was doing what her whole genes told her to do.
How many
Her
times I
Yeah.
gotta
mama
tell
was
y'all?
a
hey
If y'all
T.
side
won't say
piece. Her
Hey
who
T.
was,
grandmama
Can I
y'all
was a
can
say
I
side
who.
piece. Her
interject
great
real quick?
grandmama was a side piece too.
Oh,
Allegedly,
is her sister one?
Ooh.
probably.
Hey,
Oh,
It
who was
runs
that
in the
that was just
family.
speaking to me?
Hi T, it's me. Hi, how
Hey,
are
boo.
you?
Good to you.
Hey friend. I came up here to talk about as a wife.
Okay.
Um, when you have a joint account and you have money in it, yes, it's both your money, but you both have to agree with what goes on with that money. And if you both did not agree that you can withdraw a certain amount or all of the amount of money out to do whatever you want to do, that is stealing. And the court agreed with her.
mm-hmm.
Wow,
You know.
that ain't how it works. And I'm married of
I mean,
21 years,
and I get
and
it.
and we
Everybody's
don't do
marriage is
that.
different, but that's what my husband, my late husband, and I did do that. We discussed our finances. We just agreed on what money would be applied to, and we each had our own separate money to do with what we wanted to. But you don't get to go in there and take money out of a joint account and do whatever the hell you want with it, probably on on his mistress, and then expect me to be okay with it when we have children to take care of.
Well,
Right.
California is a community property state, so they can take however much they want to out there. So it don't
And
make
so
no
is
damn what.
Virginia. Virginia is Commonwealth.
Hmm.
I'm in Maryland, so
Oh yeah,
Child,
Both
but
I
people
don't
are
know about
owners
this.
of the bank account, and anybody in our joint account is our fund money. He can take as much as he want out of there. I don't ask my husband what you use the money for, and he sure damn ain't gonna ask me. But we have our own separate our own separate accounts. But he took the money out. He was made to pay it back only because they had to split everything that was in that account until the judge said, "Okay, you get $1, he get $1."
well,
So
he
he
never
should.
paid her back because she said that she didn't want the money. She just wanted the divorce.
I'm glad she didn't want the money back. I'd have took his last pair of drawers.
You
I
better
mean,
believe it, Marcella. Me too.
me three, me
It
three.
looked like she
Nigga
already
pay
did.
do a payment
He
plan or
over here
something.
hopping from home to home. This man ain't had a stable home since Mel left his butt. And
so had it.
I'm
it's
just
proof of
saying.
your
Listen,
audacity
the
and your
judge. I'm just
stupidity.
telling y'all. I'm just commenting on as another married person who was with their husband for 22 years. When we had our joint account, it was for the household. We agreed what to do with that money. Nobody took it out and did whatever they wanted willy nilly. And then we had our own separate accounts to do with what we pleased. And the judge filed in her favor that he was wrong for doing what he did. So apparently there is some basis in what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
but in
my
Alabama, they
Yeah,
got
opinion.
you're
some
right.
weird laws. In Alabama, let me tell you, one of their laws is like Ariane could take her son out of the state anytime she want to, but as a married couple, they can't. The children has to stay in the state of Alabama.
Mm.
They ain't married no more. Move.
No,
Unless,
Well, she
they
can't
were
unless
move.
you
married
have,
and divorced. The kids
It's
have
their
to
part of
stay
their
there.
custody agreement. She can't move.
unless you have a
I would hope
viable
that she could
reason
take
to
them.
move out the state. She
Hey, say
could,
the
if she,
gal.
let's say, if she was working for, uh, she got transferred to Georgia. That's a viable reason. You just can't up and move them unless it's like an economic reason, or like
Hmm.
she could move them out of the state now, because there's plenty of people who don't moved around the South
Hey,
who've been
Anthony.
divorced.
Hey, Anthony.
Well, I don't think she can. I think
Bring
it's
your
part
ass
of
up
their
here too.
custody agreement, isn't it? That
Yeah,
from the
they can.
documents
I
you
read
have.
the Alabama law. She cannot take them out the state. Now,
Right.
if he's found where he's violent and like this domestic violence thing, could possibly have her move them out the state. But he's
Let's talk
appealing it,
about
and
that.
I think he's a damn fool for appealing it. I think
That's
he's a
exact. Thank
fool.
you. That's exactly what I was about to bring up. Why the hell you appealing something that you? It ain't gonna. Number one, they not gonna approve the appeal because nigga, you gonna either take that time or you gonna do some actual jail time if you try to appeal this shit.
Because
Right, he
I
Martell
did
think
don't
it
feel like
somebody
he should
should
out
be
say
his
he
own
accountable.
needed
mouth.
to
I
appeal.
sent her the text out his own mouth. He
So
said,
that means
"I
you're not
did
about
it."
to approve it.
Right.
He don't feel like he's supposed to be accountable for his
Right. And I
actions.
and
It's
I
everybody's
agree with
fault
you
but his
guys when
own.
y'all were saying about his baby mama being a liability, because every time she be talking to these bloggers and these people, it's caused him nothing but trouble. Or if she gets online spraying him, he always talking about male spraying him, but nobody sprays him worse than his baby mama.
But
So
You're
that
right.
and
Right.
Juanita, to
and
be honest though, I feel like this is still like yet another thing where we don't give him responsibility. As much as reckless as Ariane is, like let's be
it's Mel.
real,
It's
Martell
Martell's
is
fault.
responsible for his
Yeah.
own detriment.
I
Yep.
He's the
Ariane's so
majority
reckless.
responsible for everything.
Ariane's so reckless. She said that Martell sleeps with men.
right.
Okay, and you still with him.
You still
You
with
And
him,
know.
and he's still
and I
eating
agree
your
with you guys, and that's
ass.
why I'm bringing her into it. How he talks about how Mel sprays him, and it's like your baby mama does it. But I'm also agreeing with y'all. This girl comes out her mouth, says stuff, and it's to his detriment, and ultimately it is his fault because he does the things that he does. He puts the battery
Mhm.
in her back, and she thinks it's okay, and no, it's not.
Well, I agree
It
with
ain't.
Mel when she said the reason why I pressed the charges when I first got the text, I was like, okay, he's doing this again. But then when the baby mama said I showed my sister, that's when I so she caused that. So
Yeah,
don't
she
be
did.
mad at Mel because a black man went to jail. See, the black man was sleeping with a dum dum who
Yep.
wanted to come on live and tell everybody that I saw it and I shared it with my sister. And why would you, as a woman, want to see your man getting sucked off? Why?
Cause she's a weirdo. She's entirely too obsessed
She
with
ain't
Mel and
got
what
no
Mel
damn
has
sense.
going on.
That's why. She ain't got no
She
sense. She
always
ain't
wants to
got
know
no
what Mel
edges,
has
and all she
going
got
on,
is some
what
split
Mel is
ends.
doing. She
She
has
is.
she has
She's
an unnecessary
obsessed.
attachment to Mel too. And that's how
She's
you know Martell
obsessed
sit up in
because
bed all night, pillow
I
talking with her
think
about Mel all night.
I was going to say she's obsessed because Martell does to her what he does to Mel. He threw the girl up in Mel's face,
See, put your
and
cash app
he
info up
does the
there.
same thing. He throws Mel up in her face, and she's obsessed. She wants to win, and she didn't win because they got divorced because Mel left him.
And he still ain't make her the first chick.
Because in
Right.
my opinion, he's punishing her. Like I
Mm,
told the Harley, he blames you for why
Yep.
this shit is
right.
going on. And that's the funny part about it. He don't blame
Yep.
himself, the already married man who
He
should have
blames the
known better.
women. He
Uh-uh.
blames both of
Right.
It's
them.
all your fault. Because you
Right.
opened
Mm-hmm.
your mouth and ran your mouth.
You called that day and exposed to Mel that you existed in his
Yep.
life, and he blames Mel for leaving in the first place. If you had
Yep.
stuck
Yep.
it out, we would still
Yep.
be together, and I wouldn't be going through the stuff I'm going through. It's everybody's
Absolutely.
fault but his own. And that's why
Absolutely.
as
Mm-hmm.
much as Ariane does, I don't give her credit for why Martell is in the situation he's in. He does a lot. He
Mhm.
does a lot and he does
He
nothing at the
does.
same time. I don't understand why his focus is not passing that builder's test.
Oh,
Cause
well,
he
we
does
know
Mel,
that Mel
he
was the
dates Mel
brains of the
California.
outfit. Mel was the brains of the outfit.
Sure
And you know
was.
what? He didn't want to look like less of a man in his relationship. And now he used his own chain of thinking and he's broke.
Oh, you fine? Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like you broke down the person that was helping build you up, that protected you, that covered you.
Yep.
You did all of that, and now you mad at her because you had her looking out here looking stupid, and she had
Yep.
enough.
Right.
Stupid.
Because Mel was supposed to do what them old school women did and just mind her business and turn the other way. She wasn't supposed to
Mm-hmm.
leave him. He
Well,
said
and
he
he
had
likes
nothing to do with
Ariane because
old
she's
people.
doing just that. She's turning her
Exactly.
head every time he's with a woman because she said he gonna come back to me. He gonna come
Exactly.
back to me.
And that it exactly. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing about them. Martell is feeling crazy because he's looking at his wife glow up, and he is not part of it.
He's
Nope.
seeing that, and also the fact that because he is obsessed with who she's sleeping with or who she not sleeping with, and I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, that's your fault. You put her out here. You
Mhm.
let her. You lost her. You forced her to let you go.
And
So
she
what she
told you to
out
get
here doing
seven.
ain't none of your business.
well, if I'm gonna tell you something, and everything that we're seeing out of him, when he hit Ariana in her eyeball, and she tried to play like we didn't get in no fight. The police they came on live together. That showed me right there that she will cover him. He'll say, "I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get in trouble," and she'll say, "He didn't hit me. He didn't hit me."
Oh, they
But
found a police report.
that eye looks swollen. Okay,
They found a police report. It wasn't in Huntsville. They said it was in Atlanta when they got into that fight. He was intoxicated and they were fighting.
Well, that's what
What?
happens when you mess with
And
a
he
married
whooped
man.
the ass.
he hit Arion, and
Mhm.
he ended up. They came out, and he ended up going to Alabama. Got this law. It's called a cool off time in jail. So they let him cool off and then go home
Mhm.
because Arion said he didn't hit her. But when she came on that live with him that morning, oh my goodness, her eye looked swollen.
Right,
So
and they right.
he probably bought her son a pair of red bottoms, and then she's all right with that. But see, a grown woman would not. A grown woman would not accept that. You're not gonna buy me. You hit me in my eye, and you need to be punished.
But she
Darnell,
said,
are you
but
Martell?
she said that if she finds that how he treats her is a proof of love. She's dysfunctional all on her own.
She's a
She
child.
dysfunctional,
Darnell,
delusional,
okay.
stupid, raggedy, all that good shit. But
Darnell,
Darnell, is you
oh,
Martell?
okay. What's the problem with that? I'm down for it.
Absolutely, because that's what I'm saying. Is you Martell? Because you over here sounding like real Martell and
I would
shit.
love to hold every other man responsible for their actions. I would love
You know
to.
what I do?
What's
I
the
do.
problem?
My ragtag ass daddy ain't shit. Said it. My
But
grandpa.
my thing
Well,
is, honestly, I'm gonna go back to saying this: the best way is to stop talking about Martell, period, and then let him wither away. But as more as we bring stuff to him, we're all putting her in danger by, dogging him out, and that makes him mad. And he's not going to take it out on us women, but we've seen men like him. You just leave him in his corner where he is, and don't
not
say
that.
nothing about him.
Because I want look. I let check this out. If he ever comes across me and take it out on me, I got a baseball bat and a pow pow for his ass. Don't play with me.
I'm trying to figure out how when did we say we don't hold other men to the cross? Child, my dad catches it whenever he come out his mouth wrong to me. The only man that has not caught any strays from me lately, and that is because he passed. And even then, he was a good man to me.
That's
So I
right,
don't
Miss
claim him.
Creole. I mean,
But I
I'm
hold
gonna tell
men
you something.
responsible for
I
their
hate
Like,
to
what's the
be
choices.
argument?
black. I hate to sound black, but you know what, y'all? We are the most violent to each other. We don't respect our men. We don't respect our women. And this is just our legacies here, and we're raising our girls to want material things,
Mm-hmm.
instead of saying you want a man that treats you right. Okay, I'm dating a rapper and he's buying me this so he can sleep with somebody else and give me gonorrhea. I could just take some pills and get rid of it. That's what our
Mm-hmm.
society is.
Should
We
have got
got
rid of
so many
everything.
we got
I
missing
mean,
children. No,
let me
I'm
tell
talking
you,
about our
I know.
children behind us. We do, and we need to be talking to our youth so they don't think getting punched in the eye one time is acceptable.
Mhm.
We need to start respecting our men too. Us women are so outspoken that we don't respect our man. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm loud and sometimes I'm wrong. But my husband, he is my king. And even if I don't like his idea, I'm gonna tell you right now, he can say, I want you to do it this way. I'm gonna do it my own way, but I'm not gonna tell him I'm gonna do it my own way. I'm gonna respect what he said and not give him no mouth. But I'm so glad my husband would never try to hit me because I would strip my clothes off. I mean, I would be in the news. I would strip my clothes off and put mascara on my face, and I would start fighting him. And I would be outside so we can make the world news. And I would just burn his. I would take that lighter fluid and singe his penis right off. My husband said, "Hold
Listen,
it, hold it." My husband in there saying, "Hold
listen.
it, hold it."
My husband, listen, my late husband earned the right to be the leader in my household, and for me
Hmm.
to give him the respect that I gave him. But please believe that it was a partnership, because if I said
Yeah.
something and it made sense, and it was something that we should do, he was like, "Okay, that makes sense. You should be with somebody who respects you and who wants to be a partner with you."
Mhm.
But Martell don't respect the mother of his children, which is sad. He do not respect the woman who bore his children, which is sad. And like I said, I believe in right and wrong, not being a millimeter, not for anybody. My thing is the children because I'm a child of an abusive relationship, and one time my daddy was beating my mama, and my mama picked me up hoping that he wouldn't swing, and he hit me in the head with a lamp. It
Mm.
it
Wow.
didn't matter. It didn't. I got a permanent cut in my head right now. It didn't matter. So I grew up as an angry child. I grew up angry. And so when I went through therapy, I realized that my childhood is what made me how I am aggressive, speaking aggressive to people and not caring because I felt like my parents didn't really care because they fought in front of me. I didn't know why, but they did. And I don't like how he talks to her and treat her. And that picture, sending her that picture was a mess. I mean, how could you do that? The mother of your child. How could you do that?
But look at his relationship with his mother.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that same thing. Look at
Yeah.
his relationship with
But
Mel
remember,
now.
his mother was treated like that too by the father. See, that's what
And
I'm
I
And
saying.
that's
think
We
why he
gotta
thinks
break.
it's normal. But we
Yeah,
should,
we
if you're
gotta
not
break
willing to
this.
acknowledge that it's an issue and you're not willing to go into therapy to fix it, it becomes a curse. It is learning
Yes,
of it, but just as you can learn it, you can unlearn it.
Mhm.
He hasn't chosen to unlearn it. He wants to continue to walk down his path of destruction. Let him.
yeah.
Male, keep your
So,
security up. Because it don't matter if we don't stop talking about him, whatever. If we stop talking about him, his money in too. She's in a lose-lose situation.
well,
There's no, I hate to say it, but there's no good way
but
of
Mel
this
is
ending.
prepared for that. She's prepared to raise her children. That's why every hustle that come out, she doing it. But that's what I'm saying. Nobody is thinking that these kids are seeing it. I'm sure that the son want to protect his mother,
Oh,
but
they
the
saw it.
father is so
Oh yeah,
strict.
we know he's
Oh,
seeing it
they saw it, and
because
it,
the
and
kids, as much as
yeah,
they
they're in
tried
therapy
to
for all of
spin
that.
it, yep, and as much as they tried, as Martell tried to spin it, that Mel told CPS that he was beating on kids. The kids told them, baby, you do realize the kids are interviewed by social services and people
Mm-hmm.
related to that.
Social
Like, okay,
service
tell
and
us.
a guardian ad litem.
Yes,
Right.
yes. They ask them the same question in multiple ways because they know parents will train children to lie. That's why they tell the parents not to come into the room whenever they're
Well, y'all
interviewing about
know
certain
March of
things.
2024 that case was dismissed. And I don't know if he might have told the kids, hey, I'm gonna get in trouble. Or but that case was dismissed March 2024. I read the court documents. I do have them as well. But I'm just saying, they need to get away from each other. I mean, a long time. Like, let him have the kids for the whole month in the summertime, and then I have them for the month in Atlanta, away from him. We got to give some relief somewhere, because this has stressed a lot of women out because they've been through this. And
But the
that's
thing
why
is,
I
he
always
goes
say they
online.
trauma bonding. People are trauma bonding from their own experience of abuse, and they're
Hmm.
relating it to male, and that's why so many people hate, Martell.
But you
Everybody's
know what?
situation is different.
But you know what? The thing is, and I agree with you, they should probably have that option, Marcella. Hi, by the way. They should probably have that option. But the thing is that whenever he has or is doing something, he goes online, which is what started most of this mess. And then he'll drag her and make it seem like he got the kids because she not doing something right. And it's like, dude, you got the kids because either she working or you got the kids longer. When
Or
she has the
or
kids
or
longer,
he's doing this. He's
or
trying to
when she
prove
has
to
the kids
everybody on
longer, he doesn't
YouTube,
go
my
online so
kids
much.
have not been taken away from me.
Right.
That's what he's trying to show. When we keep saying he ain't getting the kids, and then he'll say, "Well, my kids are out there," right? He's trying to show us I got my kids. All
But
these accusations, I still got my kids. I
I
just say,
understand that, but he also has alluded in the past. That's why I'm saying that's why we ended up where we are with the revenge P. He had alluded in the past that Mel didn't take care of the kids and that he had the kids because she wasn't doing something with the kids. Not
Hmm.
saying that Mel was working at the time and asked him, "Do you want extra time with the kids?"
yeah, but you know what? Everybody, that divorce was 4 years ago. Can we move
No,
on?
because their divorce, it ain't even about their divorce. It's about the custody and the dysfunction after the divorce. It would
The
have moved
custody
on.
has
You
already
know
been
what?
determined. It's
You
been
know what,
determined. They
Mary?
both got 50-50.
And the thing is this, and I've said this on another channel. We could have seen life after divorce, but Martell got in his feelings after that Destin trip because he got it in his head that he could talk Mel back. And he got upset
Absolutely.
and decided to go after her for custody and all this other stuff. And it's like, sir, you could have if you'd have just went with the program and just tried to do better, your circumstances would be better. Because I also believe that Mel would have been there for him and probably would have promoted his daggone wine and whatever else because
And he
it's
can't spell
beneficial for their
California on.
kids. Because it's beneficial
But
for their kids.
also keep in mind that when he went after full custody, he wanted child support with that.
Yep.
Just because he wanted,
Because he
he not
couldn't
only
make no
wanted to
money.
punish her,
Right.
he needed
Right.
money. This
Call
is
Because he
me.
where a
can't
lot of this
right.
is
Because he
coming
can't
from.
do it
She's
on his
deprived
own.
him of his
You
success.
want me to
She's
kick you?
deprived him of that image of being this professional businessman, this high value man, this wealthy person. She took him because she was the one behind it. And he's trying
Right.
to figure out every which way to get his money back. That's why he was doing all these random things, all
Right.
these calendar, these speaking events and stuff. And not that Mel isn't out there hustling too, but at least with what she has done to
She's
contrast it, it
strategic.
makes sense for her brand. Already had the beauty line. The beauty line came back. She was
Right.
already doing the skincare stuff that came back. It's she just working with what she got. She got to build. She's out there building homes in the Madison area. She has to pay for a contractor now. Like the girl, she was doing property preservation. She's still doing those classes. She was doing is just continue to build, and he's just
Right.
hustling, but without thinking about okay, what could work for me? How can I rehabilitate my image? Thinking strategically. He's just in a petty place, and I'm just gonna try to hurt you any way I can.
And
Now,
it's
Because
to Marcella's
we're
point
all
about
hurting him. And I'm saying we're all hurting him when we talk about him, because we don't know. This could cause him to snap and hurt everybody, including himself. That's why I say I prefer not to talk about his bum ass at all.
mm,
Lord have mercy, Jesus. Well, listen, child. We almost hitting the 2 hour mark.
I
Well,
was about to
I
say
Yes.
enjoyed
something.
talking with you guys. Thanks for having me. I'm gonna go ahead and drop
Of
down and go
course.
to the grocery store.
All right, boo.
Y'all,
You
I'm
do
gonna
you.
get ready to go. I hope with everybody up here we good. I'm about to roll out.
Love you, Marcella. Thank you, boo.
Well, can I
You're
just say this
welcome.
though, in regards? Oh,
Yeah, go
Go
ahead.
can I
ahead.
Go
say
ahead,
this
boo.
in regards to the episode? I forgot to mention. I forgot to mention this. Nell, whether you knew or not that that man was married, Heifer, you was still a side chick. Regardless if you knew, you was unknowingly one, but you was still one. Cause I was unknowingly one to a married man, and the nigga lied to me and said he only had a baby mama and a child. That was it. But that's neither here nor there. Heifer, you was still one, regardless. Regardless, Chris ain't no defending that. She was a side chick. Whether she knew you was married or not, she was still sleeping with your married ass, making her a side chick.
Hmm.
I'm just saying.
I agree. All right, y'all.
All right, I'm dropping down.
Shout
Let
out
me
to
get the
you,
hell up out
T,
of
for
here.
making the season because this last couple episodes has been focusing on your interviews and the tea you done brought folks to the show. Carlos clearly needs to send you a check.
I appreciate you, baby, from your mouth to God's ear.
Keep it
Thank you,
going.
boo. Uh, hold on. All right, you guys. I'm about to go on ahead and end this, honey. This was eventful. All right. This was eventful. But again, everybody is grown. Some words got exchanged. All right. A little bit of heat. But look what happened. Everybody was able to get on the same page and we was all able to move forward. And that is what I like. It's all right. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. Sometimes you just gotta let somebody know how you feel about some stuff. It's cool, it happens. But look at the outcome. Everybody was still able to coexist and we still had a good ass laugh. And I totally appreciate everybody that was a part of this live. Shout out to all of the panelists that came up here. We always have a good time. Always have a good time. We had to get some shit off our chest. But once we did, everybody had a good time. And that's what I like. So I appreciate everybody that was conscious enough to respect the platform, respect what I had going on. Shout out to everybody that was here. Thank you guys so much for the cash apps that I did receive during it. Um, it was greatly appreciated. Uh, greatly appreciated. And yeah, y'all, I will see y'all tomorrow for the Whether You Like It or Not Summer House panel. It's gonna be on my channel tomorrow night at 8:15. So definitely make sure that y'all are here for that on the main channel, not here. It's gonna be on the main channel. So make sure that you guys are there for that tomorrow night at 8:15 with myself, Simply Sakina, the Darren Green Show, L Taylor 27 Official, and Busy Blue. All right, make sure that y'all are there for that. And yeah, until next week for this, I'll let you go. Bye.
Bring